Hello and welcome to Haralson County Paranormal Investigation. This year we're going to be looking at the Budapest Cemetery. I'm trying to get a little bit of my prep work out of the way, so I've come by and got a doll to put on the grave of the active spirit there. And through the research I've done, they said that the spirit interacts if you leave candy. So I've tried to get candy and toys that would be time specific for when the little one would have passed away. So just getting some of my prep work in, and let's see how this goes. This is the grave that we will be investigating tomorrow. It is where this little girl was laid to rest, and what I'm going to do now is put this doll here and this candy. This is 24 hours before we'll start the investigation, but they say that the candy could be moved, or she could talk to you, or at least you'll hear her giggle if you bring her candy. So I'm just trying to get in good spirits, so to speak, by putting this out there. Tomorrow we come back, we'll see if the candy is moved or the doll. Put them at familiar locations there, right at the end of the cross, and then touching the toy and at the end here. So tomorrow, the first thing we'll look at when we come back is if the toys have moved before we start. And hopefully this will be enough to get us some response tomorrow. So here we are at the Budapest Cemetery. There has been reports of some spirit activity here. We came out yesterday and tried to do a little paranormal investigation, but we had some camera malfunction, I guess is the best way to put it. So today we're going to come back, we're going to try it again. So we're going to begin by going down and see if the candy is still on the grave or if the toy that we put out is moved. One of the interesting things about being out here is how quick it gets creepy at night. Alright, so yesterday we placed an additional piece of candy, and the candy is where we left it and the doll isn't moved, so there's nothing going on with that. But what I'm going to do now is turn on a EMF monitor, and the monitor will spike if we get a read or there may be some electrical activity, which is supposed to be seen when ghosts are around. So what we're going to do now is just walk the length of the graveyard and see if we get any activity, and that'll determine where we turn on our spirit box to ask some questions. So I'm going to start down here, and Melissa's going to record the box the whole way, the EMF the whole way down, just to see if it spikes, and everyone will know.
Your hands out of the way.
Good. Yesterday we got a little activity by Catherine's grave down here, so we're going to see if that happens again.
So far, nothing.
No, nothing today. And here's where we got a little response yesterday, and it seems like it's bouncing a little bit there again, but nothing substantial. Now, we've been on paranormal investigations like at the Sorrel Weed House in Savannah, where the meters would go up pretty decent, but we're not seeing really anything here yet. So we're almost at the end, and we don't really have any activity. So what we're going to do is switch over to the spirit box. And it switches frequencies. And with the frequencies, you can ask questions, and the spirit's supposed to be easier to respond. So we're going to walk down to where we got some response yesterday and ask a few questions just to see if we might get something.
Yep. Thank you.
If there's any spirits out here that want to communicate, just feel free to talk to us while we're walking. Alright, so here is Catherine's grave. We got a little response here yesterday. So Catherine, are you here? Is there anyone here that wants to say anything? No? Do you guys like getting visitors? Do you prefer to be left alone? Yesterday when we did this, we only got a female voice here, and today we're not really getting much of a response. Do you want us to leave you alone? Okay, we're not hearing a lot here, so we're going to go down to Marie's grave. And if there's anyone in here who wants to talk while we're walking, just feel free to tell us to stop, or say my name Bobby, or say Melissa's name. Did you say stop? Okay, we're going to move on down. Is someone here wanting to communicate? Okay, we're going to go down to the end. Alright, so I was reading online that there's other investigators who've got responses here, so we're going to just try this spot. Marie, are you here tonight? Did you like that we brought you some candy? Do you like it when people leave toys on your grave? Do you prefer to be left alone? Alright, I'm going to change the setting here to see if we might get a different response. Alright, Marie? Do you like for people to come visit? Or do you prefer to be left alone? Would you like it if other kids came out here and played? Do you want us to leave you alone? Do you hear anything?
No.
No? Yeah, me neither. Alright, so we didn't actually try this area over here, but we'll just go to the end just so we hit everything. Is there anyone over here that wants to communicate? Yes? Do you like when people come out to visit? Do you like people coming out here, or do you prefer to be left alone? Do you like having visitors? Do you prefer to be left alone? Do you think there's much of a difference with the two settings?
No.
No. Alright, no response again?
No response.
Alright. So we're going to walk the link back to the car. If there's anyone out here who wants to communicate, feel free to say something. Otherwise, we're going to believe that there's no spirits out here. Alright, does anyone want to talk to us? No? You just want us to leave? Well, like I said, I don't think there's anything much out here. This is kind of the results we got last night. It does get a little creepy out here at night, but it's kind of pretty and quiet. So I think after the 2 nights of us being here that we can, I feel pretty much safe saying there's nothing here. What about you, Melissa?
I agree. There's nothing here.
Yeah, so like I said, it's a historic spot. It has some significance in the county, but I don't think that there's anything paranormal from what I've seen. All right, thank you guys.